Good morning and welcome to Carnation Crafts. I hope you're all well and you're all nice, safe and dry from this dreary day that we've got for us today. But you know, it's that time. It's that time when I can bring to you the latest in the collection of the Clean and Simple. Now, this is the Divine Dahlias and they are beautiful. You've got a fantastic shape with this one. And as always, you're going to get everything in your kit that you could possibly need. We're going to go through the boards and show you everything as always in a moment or two. But this is your time. But I have to tell you, as soon as we put this on the website, already 40% of the stock has gone. I think a lot of you have been waiting for the Clean and Simple collections, and honestly, this isn't one to miss out on. If you're brand new and you're thinking, what is this kit? What is she talking about, Clean and Simple? It's where we give you the perfect aperture to put everything on your card. You're going to get the vignettes, the cardstock, and you are also going to get all the adhesives that you need as well. So you have got absolutely everything in the kit. Now, obviously, this is what you can make. Everything that you can see here will be in that box for then you to be able to make. You're going to get a fabulous aperture that gives you the perfect matte and layer, like I was just saying. You've then got your vignettes in there that you can layer because they've got that decoupage degree to them. And then you've got thinking of you. You've got a set of rubber stamps in there as well. So the only thing basically you need is, I would say, your die cutting machine, some scissors, and perhaps I would say a little bit of imagination, but the rest is up to you. It's on a special show price of $44.99, but do remember that price goes back up. Just to show you as well, these are all the stamps that you're getting in there. You get this beautiful like fan, but you could make that into a feather. You've got the kaleidoscope of butterflies on there cascading that you could use on your card. And the sentiments you get, again, they're in a beautiful font, specially designed for the apertures on this card. So you've got happy birthday, just to say I love you, thank you, congratulations, well done, thinking of you, and best wishes. So as always, they are in your kit. Now let's take a look at the kit because it is amazing. Like I say, this is your Divine Dahlias, something brand new today. Now with this, it obviously comes in the kit form. These are great for storage, but also then to line them up on your shelf. Now with this one, you can see you've got all your dies in here as well. It's perfect squares to matte and layer. Then you've got your perfect apertures to be able to layer these together. You're going to have the extra frames. You've got the border. You've also got the ribbon die in there as well. And you've got like the little vase or vase, whatever you want to call it. And then you've got your decoupage layers with your flowers as well. So everything is here ready to go. Then over this side, on the outside, you've got your foam on a roll. You get 5 meters of that. You're then going to have your 5mm foam pads on there, all self-adhesive, and then you have got your mini foam pads on there too, so you've got the best of those, and they are, I think they're 2mm, they are 2mm on there as well. Now then at the back here in this fantastic compartment, you have got your cardstock. So with this, you're going to get, normally you get your, well, this one you get 3 sheets of the blue cardstock, but I think it's normally 5. I think they've borrowed a few. I do apologise. You get 5 of this beautiful, and this one's called Aqua. So if you've had any of the extra cardstocks, we will have extra. $14.99 for this one, and it is available on the website for you to be able to have a look at. You get 20 sheets, 250 GSM for that one. Then also we have got for you this beautiful cardstock, and it is like a soft, like buttermilk colour. This one is, it's not white, it's got that beautiful tone to it, and with this you get 10 sheets of that, and I'd say this one's probably about 240 GSM. So you've got a fantastic weight there to mix and match and make all your cards with, and they just sit in the back there. If I was you also, I would download your vignettes from the website once you purchase this kit and print them off, and I would hide them and keep them in the back of there so that you've always got some with your set. You'll also have your stamps in here, your sentiments, your patterns and your designs for then you to be able to use those too. But once you take them off and say they lose the sticky, you can put them all in the pocket, the same with the die, so you're not going to lose anything. But for $44.99, you have got a business in a box. You've got the full kit that are in there for you now to be able to make and sell with these. But presents for Christmas. These are fabulous. If you're brand new, you can start using straight away. If you have had Clean and Simple before, which I know a lot of you have, a lot of you actually collect them. So let me know how you are getting on with your collection. Have you got them all, or have you just got a couple? I'd love to know. So you can see with this one, different ways you can use it landscape, you can use it portrait. You've got different ways and styles of intermixing these and using them with the stamps, without the stamps. You can just add in whatever you want. That border is so handy because we've not really had lots of borders in the Clean and Simple range. So it's a nice one to be able to use, like a belly band, but you could also use it with your other collections as well. But showing you with the bow, it just adds that extra detail, which sometimes we all want. Now, yes, you can see with these last two I'm going to show you with this. This is all from the Clean and Simple collection, and you can make these beautiful, attractive cards. But if you have got other elements from the Clean and Simple range, you can then add in your own bits and pieces, which I love to do that. I'm very fond of that. So you can see these will just slot in. And if you've got the customer selection that was Crafter Select, see, a lot of different words for me. I'm trying to get selection and choice and everything together. If you got that the other day when I was in, that would work great with this collection as well. So do have a look at that. So shall we start? Shall we do a little demo? Shall we do that? Let's just tidy up and put those away. So what I've done first of all is cut out all my pieces. Now I have used that beautiful buttermilk coloured cardstock that's in the collection. Now you will get your decoupage layers that are in the kit, but with me what I tend to do as well sometimes is I will just do a bit of snipping, and I will snip the handles away and things like that. So if you're wondering where the other flowers are from, that's what I tend to do. Now yeah, we'd love to hear from you this morning, just to know that you're there and that you're all well and what you're all up to. And I have got to give a shout out to somebody special this morning. His name's Doran. So I've got to give him a special shout out. He's one of the, apparently he's one of my biggest fans. One of the lovely ladies in the design team here, who designs the artwork and stuff like that. It's her fella. So he says, can you give him a shout out? So I hope you're well and you're ready for Christmas and you've brought us something nice. I'm just saying. So there you go. Everything is fabulous. He'll probably be sat there dying with his head in his hands now. Bless him. Oh, bless him. So let's just put this onto here. So all I'm doing is matting and layering. I took the largest die, I've cut two, we've hinged it, I've put my glue on there. So this is going to be the inside of the card. Then I've got your mats and layers on the front to build this up. And you can see with the aperture, you've got that beautiful, it's like a teardrop kind of style on there as well. If you have got any of the collections that for new babies that Carnation Crafts have done, I do think like you could put like a baby in there, so it would be like a, you know, like a little crib kind of design. So for a new baby card, that would be great. Now you'll notice with the designs, one's bigger than the other. The largest one always goes over the top, and that is what's going to give you the height and dimension and that perfect aperture. I've used the foam on the roll from the kit because this is going to again give you that little bit of shadow and that little bit of balance. But you'll see with this one, I've just used all the same colour, but it gives it that grandeur. It gives it that, you know, that real statement piece look with it. So sometimes you don't always have to, you know, go all out for colours and things like that. Just strip it back and use, you know, like quite neutral ones with this as well. So all I'm going to do is just take this and pop that over there. And you can see already we've got that alignment, we've got that detail, and it just looks beautiful. It could be, if, you know, you could actually use it and you could like a fantastic like perfume bottle as well, I was thinking. But look at the dimension and the shape on that. You really have got all that detail just there. Oh, my glue hasn't dried, so just bear with. Now what I'm going to do first of all is show you, I've taken the stems off this one but left it on that one, because what I'm going to do is elongate it. So we're going to use it wider on the card, but it's up to you. There's so many different demos I've got for you today showing you how you can, you know, use it landscape, portrait and everything else, but very, very easy to do. Now, as always, I tend to crease into these and I will actually snip into them a little bit just to give it a little bit more movement and play. It's up to you. You know what I mean? We're not, you know, damaging it in any way, but I just feel it just stops the cards looking too you know, like cemented. You want that little bit of movement and play from it, because if not, you will find you're going to struggle with this a little bit. So again, a little bit of pin flare glue on there, but you've got your foam pads in your kit. I just use these because they are just that little bit quicker. I'm not going to lie to you, they just make it a little bit easier. I've also got my little border or belly band, whatever you want to call it. But don't forget with this, if you wanted to, if you fold it, I'll show you on the other one that I haven't glued in a bit. You can fold it up behind and then you can extend and make your bow bigger as well. So there's different ways of using that. I'm just going to pop that across there just to join the card together. Okay, so just to add in that there. Then I've got the other piece. Again, let's snip into this just to add that little bit of texture in there and give it that little bit of detail. But we're really busy again this morning. You love your clean and simple, I know you do. And honestly, very popular, really beautiful to use. And I know a lot of you, it's like your, you know, like your kind of every 6 weeks fix of craft, but it's all in a box for you. Everything's done for you, but you only have to add creativity. It's a fantastic, you know, idea, and it just works well every single time. Now, Christmas presents, if you've got somebody who's got a birthday at Christmas as well, what a great way to have a kit that's got it all in. And you know they're a crafter, so one, you know they've probably not got this collection, but two, you're giving them something different, and it really is nice to have different pieces to work with. So do hop on board and have a look and see, you know, which ones you like. We do have some of the other ones in stock as well at certain times, but obviously sometimes when they've gone, they've gone. So they do become quite the elite, shall we say, and the exclusive detail. So all I'm doing now is just adding my little bow underneath, just to dress that as well, and that's just going to sit in there. And then I've got my sentiment. I've stamped this out and I've used the dies that are in the collection to make this beautiful shape that you've got as well. Now the sentiments will all fit inside that, so you've not got to worry. I would honestly say to you, stamp them first and then die cut them. Don't try and hold it down in your stamp positioner or acrylic block and then try and stamp. You'll have a nightmare. Please do try it the way I've said, because it will be a lot easier. But as you can see, you can make quick, easy, beautiful cards just by utilising what is in the Clean and Simple collection. And that's what makes these collections so simple. As far as I'm aware, there's not a lot of people out there in the craft world who do kits like this, where you get the cardstock, where you get the dies, where you get the adhesives. You have got it all in here now to be able to do this. So for $44.99, I'm not being funny, you could pay that literally just for a set of dies. You know that, but with this you get cardstock, you get adhesive, and don't forget as well, you can copy any of the cards that I do here on the show. Plus, if you want to go over to social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, things like that, Pinterest, the website, there's inspiration on there. Obviously, if you do, you know, copy any of the cards from the design team, please just don't claim it as your own. Just give them a little thank you, because they work so hard for us here, Carnation Crafts, to bring you all their inspiration as well. So a little thank you goes a long way to them too. But as you can see, $44.99, 251213 for that one. So let's move this along and let's do another one. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm bringing in that beautiful blue cardstock. Okay, so let's just bring this in now. Like I say, if you want extra of that, you can get an extra 20 sheets for $14.99. Details are on your screen, 251216 if you're wanting to get that one as well, but they are all there ready to go. You can see it's still, even though it's a heavier weight with this, it still die cuts like a dream. That one is 250 GSM, but it die cuts beautifully, so do not worry. Now with this, I have got the two base layers. So again, I've taken, let me show you, I've taken the largest rectangle there, cut two of those first, and that's what's given me my base. So all I'm going to do is take the bottom one, and we're just going to put a little score line in this. Yes, use a scoreboard, but you know me, I tend to roll with what I've got and how I work. So I'm just going to add my everyday glue, available on the website for this one if you want to be able to use that. And like I say, you do get your foam on a roll and your foam pads in your kit, but sometimes Teletime we like to do a bit of speed crafting, so it's just a little bit quicker using my pin flare rather than peeling the backs off of all your foam pads, but that's just me. So let's add this onto the front and give it a layer, but we need to say hello to somebody else as well. Oh, good morning to Emily as well. Good morning, Emily. I hope you're well. So Emily is a friend of Kat's, so in the office. So thank you. Big shout out this morning. Oh, she's a big fan. Thank you so much. I'm sure these lot are winding me up this morning. Honestly, they are absolute wind-ups this morning. I know you're not, Bunny, but I do feel Nick and Co are this morning. Bless them. Oh, oh, bless them. Oh, they were saying that they like to watch me when they're at the party the other night, the Christmas do, and they were saying that they do like to watch me. Bless you. You probably need therapy. You need to get out more, but it's fine. Somebody's got to like me. I'm a bit like Marmite, but somebody's got to like me. So, oh, bless you. But it is a great team here at Carnation Crafts, I have to say. And we do have a lot of fun. Sometimes there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of mix-ups, like the other week when I get things wrong. But do you know what? We pull it together and we all make it work and we all support each other. And it is, like I say, a great company to work for. And obviously, lovely Laura will be back. But as you know, I tend to do the clean and simple more kits. So that's when you'll see me. So if you see that on your listings or you see it pop up on YouTube, Facebook, I'll be doing the shows. Now, this little envelope you may recognise from that selection that we had, the Crafters Select that we had the other day. So I thought, do you know what? I'd got a spare piece left over. I thought, I'm going to use it. So I thought, let's bring it all in together. So again, I've got one of the little bows. What I tend to do is make it more bent like that. So the centre bit is flat and the side bits are curled. So then it looks like a little butterfly. But again, it gives it that dimension, it gives it that shape, and it will make it easy then for you to be able to apply it to your card. So I'm just putting it up in that corner just there. I've also got my sentiment, and again I've die cut this at that beautiful blue cardstock, because you will find as well when you are die cutting elements out for the main card, you've always got little bits left. So I always tend to cut, or well, stamp the bits I've got left over, and then I die cut it, and then you've got all these extra pieces that you know you're not chopping into other sheets as well. Now I am going to offset that so it is slightly different. So again, you know me, I like to do different shapes and I like to add different things in. This really will add that different shape for you. Just snipping into my flowers with this, but same with these. Even if you cut them out in white, you could colour them in with your alcohol pens, you know, if you want to change the colours and things like that. But don't forget, these are all free to download once you purchase your kit. So you can go across to carnationcrafts.co.uk, pop the name in of the Divine Dahlias, and Dahlias, whatever you call them. Dahlias, I don't know. Depends how bougie you are, how fancy you are. So yeah, everybody's different. Different parts of the country will call them slightly different. But if Alan Titchmarsh is watching, please just message in and let me know the proper name. Because he does, you know, he's a big crafter. Is Alan Titchmarsh? Yeah, he's a big crafter as well. So he likes things like that. So, you know, do stay with us. But again, he's showing you, bring elements in you've already got on your desk or pieces you've got left over. You might just add the odd, envelope or something like that, add your sentiment in, you've got that detail. But remember, white space or cream space is the new space. Don't be frightened to streamline your cards back, because this is what makes your cards a little bit more boutique style. And obviously make and sell with these, and at the end of the day, that's just paper and card. We've added no fancy ribbons, gems or anything like that, which you can do, but always comes at a cost first to you. This is a great way to be able to print stuff out, cut it out and make your fabulous cards on there as well. So what I'll do, if you have just joined us, I'll show you the boards and everything and the kit, so then you can have a look. So if you have just joined us, good morning and thank you for popping in to see us today with the latest clean and simple. This one is the Divine Dahlia. Now this is your stamp collection that you get in. So you've got that beautiful fan effect, but if you wanted to, you could stamp it either way. You can fan that out a little bit more. You've got your sentiments on there, happy birthday, just to say I love you, thank you, congratulations, well done, thinking of you and best wishes. And then you've got the two stamps, which are the kaleidoscope of butterflies. So with this, you can actually stagger them slightly different if you want to. But this, everything you see here is what you can make with this one kit at $44.99, which is incredible. You've got your corresponding cardstock that matches with your vignettes. Your vignettes, which is the coloured artwork, is free to download from the website. You've got your rubber stamps in the kit as well, so it all works together. Comes in this incredibly beautiful should I say folder, portfolio. You've got this beautiful portfolio to be able to use. You'll also notice it always has the name on it, and it will have like a little bit of colour coding, so you know exactly what colours you are working with. Full in, obviously, what you've got in the kit on the front, and then obviously at the back you've got this little piece. So if you want to take your little portfolio out, you know you've got everything in there. If you run classes and things like that, this is a great one to actually have and use. Now on the inside, your dies are always kept on this side, and these are just held down with really sticky adhesive tape. So when you take it out, just be careful, just lift it slightly, don't just try and pull, you'll end up bending them. Please always just like run like that, your thumb underneath like I do, and it just pings and it will lift it off. So you're going to have your main frames, your mats and layers. You will also then have the perfect aperture. Now with these, can I just take these off and show? Because I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I have to ask permission, because this one, I don't like to just take stuff off. You see what I mean? Don't try and ping it, because I don't want you to break it. Now, just to show you, now you must cut these individually. Never cut any of them together. But what I want to show you is these have been specially designed. So that is your base layer. You would cut that out. Then you'd cut your second layer, which is this one. But when you place them together, but like I say, never ever run them through the machine like this together, whatever you do, because it will damage your dies. This is just to show you the perfect alignment that you have got. You've got the perfect mat and layer, and you've got the perfect aperture each and every time. That's how incredibly detailed these dies are. And that's why you don't need a lot with these dies, because they do all the work for you. They make it simple, they make it easy, but they make it classic as well. So that's everything in there. But like I say, $44.99 if you are wanting to get this. All available on the website, 251213 for that one. And if you did want any extra of the cardstock, oh, I've not shown you that, have I? Got carried away. The cardstock is in the back. You get 5 sheets of the aqua blue, which is like a bit like a, should I say like an army blue? You've got that. Yeah, military blue. Yeah, you got that military blue in there. It is a beautiful colour. I think that with that sangria and the green that we've got, it look really, really beautiful. And then you get 10 sheets of your cream cardstock in there. You're going to get your 5 mils of your foam on your roll. You get your 5 mil and your 2 mil of your foam pads in there. And that's where all your stamps are kept. So it's all filed safely and nicely in there as well to really give you a beautiful look. Let me just grab some different samples this time, and then I can show you how you can bring in your perfect papers and things like that. Now that's one just using the stamp with the florals, and again they're a great size with this. I think these are, let me have a look, are these like a I would say these are like a 5x5 size card. That's me measuring. Yeah, because that's how I measure, because that's about 8 inches for me. So I can measure. When I'm measuring things out, I can do it. So I would say everybody's span is different. So just bear that in mind. I've got really long fingers, so I know that's 8 inches. But obviously with that, I think that is about a 5x5. So you've got beautiful designs. But look how different it looks from that to that, just by changing up the colour tones on there as well. So again, with Clean and Simple, we never say what time of the year it's for. Because with this, you can mix it, you can match it. You can use it for absolutely any time of the year. You can also bring in extra florals like this one. We've not used the aperture, we've just used the mats and layers, and then use the flowers around it to dress it as well. So it's up to you. If you've got other flowers from other Clean and Simple kits, they will all fit on here. And a lot of the, oh dear, and a lot of the sentiments you will actually find will mix and match with these too. But just to show you, again, use it as a card blank base shape. Use it in different ways like that. Use you different styles of vignettes, like for a Father's Day card or a brother's card. How great is that? But then you've got that other side of it where you can have a little bit more fun. And then this one, they've actually used the perfect papers. That's got little tiny dots on it. but you can see that then becomes an Easter card. So you have got so many different styles, and even you'll still have time if you want to make a few, because honestly, by the time I finish at 2 o'clock today, Mr. Postman will be on his way. You might get this by tomorrow. So honestly, you've still got time to make your Christmas cards. So try those as well. But very, very busy for this. Like I say, 40% of the stock of this collection has already gone. And I'm really not surprised, because your Clean and Simple has got a massive following. A lot of you do like and wait for it. It's a little bit like when you wait for your subscriptions for your different magazines and stuff like that to come through the door. A lot of you wait for this. I know you do. So it's a great time to get this now. So let's bring this in. I'm just going to use it and we can do that. I've done 2 demos. This is demo number 3. So we've got lots to show you. And like I say, we have got lots and lots of other things. But like I say, if you're wanting extra card stock, that is on the show. This one is your Aqua. $14.99 for that one. 251216. Oh, and just to remind everybody as well, because we have been asked, somebody's messaged in, the hammered card stock. 20 sheets of this one. It's A4, 280 GSM, and this is $9.99. All available on the website, but this is the hammered one. A lot of you have really got into that and liking it because it's a different texture. But you could use the hammered cardstock with this collection and all your others. I would say it's more for your matting and layering and as your base cards. But yeah, a lot of you have absolutely gone mad for that. So I'm not surprised. Really, really busy for that one. So let's just take this off. So again, score in the back. I always cut 2 out in the same colour. I have a night where I'll literally just sit and I'll cut all the elements out. So I know, like today, I've got like 8 demos to do in total. 4 for this, 4 for the next one. And what I do is I'll cut out all my bases in, like, I'll do 4 in this colour, 4 in the other colour. And that's the easiest way. So if you're making and selling, I would honestly say get your cardstocks out and make your card blanks first, because then you can decide if you're putting toppers on it or you are just working in other collections, and it will then make it really, really quick and easy to bring about the different designs that we have for you on the show. So just popping that together. But I do love this. But these you could actually stamp directly onto as well, because it's smooth, but it has got a slight texture, if that makes sense. Sounds a bit contrary, I know, but it hasn't. It will work beautifully together. Foam on a roll, just to give this a bit of height and definition with this one. So adding this into here. But this, when with the apertures, I always find that it's a little bit like, you know, like when you have a shirt and it fits perfectly under your jacket or something like that, or a shirt and a tie, it always fits really well. Because I think, you know, if you did that for Father's Day and you put stripes of cardstock behind it, you could actually make it look like a little tie. You could cut a triangle, so it could be Happy Father's Day. Lots of different ways of using this. The more you use it, the more you will see different things. And if you know me by now, I see things that probably nobody ever sees in their life. But, you know, in my tiny little head, I do see these things. So I like to pass them on. So then you've got the confidence then to be like, do you know what? Yeah, I am going to use that. I am going to do that. So we can do that. Oh, we've had a few comments as well on Facebook. So thank you for being with me this morning. And me and Bunny. Suzanne Page. Good morning, Suzanne. She says, good morning to everybody. I hope you're all safe and dry. Oh, Suzanne's got all of them. So well done, Suzanne. That's fantastic. Well done, you. We got a message from Joe. Good morning, Joe. Oh, she says good morning. Good morning, Joe. I hope you're well and you're all okay. Oh, Jenny West as well. Oh, good morning, ladies. It's great to know that you're there. Oh, bless her. Oh, I'm so glad, because like I say, a lot of the stock, as soon as we put it on the website, you're all on it, because you don't want to miss out, because you're like, I don't want to miss out on this one, and I can't fault you at all, because there is so many beautiful things that you can make with this. This could just be a box lid. It could be a notebook or something like that if you want to do that. You could personalize it with somebody's name or something like that. So again, it's how you stylize it and it's how you put it together. I'm just using some of the extra pieces of the decoupage, and what I tend to do is I crease it in, so has like a bowl shape, because then when it's on my card, it actually just stands up and stands out. So let's just pop that onto there. I've taken 2 of the other pieces and I've just pulled these out slightly just to give like a border down the side of the card. Let's take some of my wet glue. You'll notice I alternate between my glues. I always like my everyday glue as like my flat glue. So if something's going on flat, like, you know, it could be your mats and layers, your card blank base, like this border, I am just popping that on with a flat wet glue. But if I want dimension, then I'll use my pin flare. Again, all available on the website. Now with this one, I am bending the petals slightly because we just want to give this a bit of height and dimension with this one. And this, I'm actually going to sit on this side. So it's kind of dressing it. It's giving it a little bit more balance to the card. But again, never commit to the stick. You should know by now, I always say to you, if you're never sure, just position everything like that. Just put everything down and see if it looks right. If it doesn't look right, then obviously you know it's not going to work in general. But if you pop it down and just have a little look, you'd be surprised how then you get your inspiration or things start to work out better for you with your card making. Because how many times have you stuck everything down and then you think, oh, that just don't work, and then you think, I've wasted it. Please don't ever stick anything down until you are sure. Now, as with me, I always say to you, there's a flow. I like a flow to the card. You can see we're going from that corner to that corner. We've got this piece as the joining piece, and then we're coming back down, but we've got the border, which is the joining piece from left to right. So can you see there's a flow to my card? So we've got a little bit of everything on there. And then what I am going to do is just tuck in a little tiny bow there just to balance out, because there's a lot on this side. So well, that's all I'm doing with that, just so that you know when you're at home, just tuck little bits in. It doesn't always have to be everything. You can just pull that in. But there you've got a different style again, but you've got so much use with all the different cards on there. Now, if you ever do an Australian upside down card like that, right, I'm going to show you how to rescue it, because I do think this is important, because we all do it. We get carried away and we stick stuff on. Now, what I'm going to do, because this is wet, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful, is if you actually just fold that in half, okay, give it a good crease, and then you pull that out and your card will stand up. So then don't ever panic. So all I've done is scored that in half. The piece that was left, score it in half, and then that will stand back. So you've still got a card, you've not wasted it, you've not done anything. And if you're worried that it's going to start sliding about, this won't, because the weight of the cardstock's brilliant. Cut out another one of those and leave it blank, or put a little flower on it and just have it like a little, like a stopper on the back of the card. But honestly, that will stand as it is. So if you ever do that, that's how you fix it. That's how you get yourself out of hole. So hopefully that might help you this morning, just to give you a few different ideas. But with this kit, I know you are going to have so much fun with the Clean and Simple kits. I know when I was first asked to do them, I was so excited, because it's like, how can I put it? It's like stripping it all back, because with Christmas, we're going to have as cards loaded to the hilt. It's a little bit like going to all-you-can-eat buffet. You are going to pile everything on those cards. It's going to be ribbons, it's going to be glitter, it's going to be everything. But you will get to a point where you just think, I've had enough. Take it back, fresh, let's neutralise everything and take it back to doing it clean and simple. And then, again, you can recuperate what you've lost in your ribbons, what you've spent and things like that, and your beads and gems and everything. You're using cardstock at the end of the day. So this now is going to give you that elevation to be able to do that. So just think about it, about going back to, you know, like after Christmas, where we put everything away, we strip everything out, we give everything a good clean down, and we start afresh. Think of that with your Clean and Simple. But I always find when these come out every 6 weeks, we've made so many birthday cards, or we've made so many anniversary cards, we just get to a point we want something fresh and different, and Clean and Simple is that uplift, shall we say. So I'm just taking the 2 pieces of cardstock. I'll make sure this time I've got it the right way round. That would help. And I'm going to pop that onto there. Then we're going to take as mats and layers as always, and just add this onto here too. And we're just going to add that. But I hope a lot of you are all well and you're not poorly. You've not got any of the bugs and grubs that are going round, because there's quite a few people that are a little bit poorly at the moment. So yesterday I had a few people message me. So I hope you're all okay. Now what I'm going to do now is we're going to actually put one of these behind. Can you see? So we're going to decorate that just to make it look like a backing paper, even though it isn't a backing paper. So we're going to do that and fill that in. But you could just have lots of the little ones and just fill those in and do that. You can do whatever you like. You know, there's no rules. I always say there's no rules, and there isn't. It's however you want it to look and however you want it to be. Now, to get this perfectly aligned, what I tend to do is do it this way. I don't do it on the back and bring it to it, because I can see visually where I want it to be. So I just gently press down. That will lift it up, and that is my piece in the spot where I need it to be. Then, because it's got the foam on the roll on the back, that's grabbed that. This will now sit onto the front of the card, and we start layering everything together. But the endless possibilities with this, like I say, it could have a photograph behind or something like that. And also, looking at it, you could make this quite modern and put like a little heart in there or something like that. Do you know what I mean? But look at the dimension on that. But if you want to, like I say, you could have little hearts, you could have a strip of acetate in there, make it a little shaker card. Lots of different designs in there. But I do feel it is more like a teardrop, or I'm going to say this and I'll probably get shot down in flames by the team. It reminds me of a certain car. Their design on the car. I'll be honest, Bunny took a deep inhale of breath then, as if to say, what is she going to say? She had a panic proper moment then. It reminds me of a certain car. The battery operated one. Begins with a T. That's what it reminds me of. So, you know, for a guy's car, if they've got one of them cars, I'm just saying, you could do it in the blues and stuff. So yeah, that was just my little brain. Again, seeing shapes. I see a lot of things in different shapes. So you'll get used to me. You really will. Well, hopefully you will, all of you, but you never know. But let's have a look. So again, this time I've taken one of those again, but I've cut off the actual stem bits, okay? Because this is just going to sit here, so it just dresses it along there. But beautiful artwork. The colours, you've got that vibrancy in there with that little bit of hint of that orange, with that all done in house. So bear in mind, these are all hand drawn. These aren't pictures that have been taken, you know, manipulated or anything like that. These are all drawn and hand coloured in house. So these are bespoke. These are special. You're not going to find these anywhere else. So when somebody said, oh, what dye is that? I've not seen that flower anywhere. It's because it's a carnation one. And because it's a carnation one, you know they are extra, extra special. It's like going into, you know, like you can go into these galleries sometimes, and they've got loads and loads of prints of the same picture. But they're just prints, they're off photographs. These are all hand drawn. So you're going in and you are getting real artwork. And that is the magic of carnation craft. And also the kindness of them, because obviously they're hand drawn. So you imagine the hours that it takes to draw them, to colour them. And then you can download this colourway for free. So just bear that in mind. You get everything to be able to create this. Now, if you're looking at the download and thinking, yes, I want that artwork, yes, I want it to look exactly the same, you are going to need your pro print paper. So make sure you check out your pro print paper to print it onto. But can you see with that how it just, the colours just blend through? It's a little bit, looks like a mosaic. It gives it a fabulous effect. So hopefully that has given you that confidence, that inspiration. Once you get your clean and simple collection as well, that is going to give you that beautiful elevation with that one. Now, if you have just joined us again, because I know you dip in and dip out, and some of you are on your breaks and things like that, this is to show you. This is your clean and simple. This is the Divine Dahlia. And with this is the whole thing that you can make. You get like a 5x5 size card blank in here, your mats and layers, and then you're going to get this beautiful artwork that you can download for free. download it, obviously print it out, and then you can lay your die on the top, and then you can also make your double-sided vignettes. You're going to get the rubber stamps as well, which are key in this, because you don't want too big a stamp or bold image on your cardstock. This is going to give you a beautiful soft finish. It looks like they're hand scripted, so you've got that lovely font on there. Then you've got the butterflies, the kaleidoscope of butterflies, and you've also got that beautiful, it could be a ray of sunshine, you could do it in yellow or something like that, or it could be green, it could be like the grasses and things like that. So really, really beautiful one to do. And don't forget as well, sometimes stamp it in your Versamark ink pad and put clear embossing powder over it. When you do that, it gives it that iridescence to it as well. But this is your kit. Everything comes in the box. It's like a business in a box, this is, if you want to make and sell. But you know, for yourself, for storage, it's key. You're going to get all your dies in here. So you can, as you can see, if I bring that in, they are big size dies. These are not all teeny tiny dies. Even the artwork that you're going to get, the die, these are big. You're going to get your borders. You've got your cardstock in the back, 5 sheets of the aqua, and then you've got 10 sheets of that beautiful cream in this one. All your stamps are housed in there, and then you can see that you have got the foam on a roll and your foam pads. If you wanted more of the cardstock in the aqua, details are on the screen for you. That is 215216. $14.99 for that one as well. But a great collection as always. And just remember, we only do this about sometimes it's 4 weeks, sometimes it's 6 weeks. It just depends how busy we are and if we can get stuff designed and made in time. But you can see what a fabulous card for Mother's Day, for, you know, just to say thank you to somebody. You've got that beautiful vase as well, or vase, shall we call it. I've not really used that in any of my demos. They must all be in the next one, because I was thinking I've not used the pot yet. So yes, we will have that in the next hour. I've got 4 fabulous demos for you in that hour as well. But it just shows changing the colours, changing the styles. If you've got any of your perfect papers with pinks or lavenders or lilacs on, this is going to work. Look at that. If you guys into darts, and it's all darts at the moment, what a great little card for them for their birthday. Then you've got like the gnomes or gnomes, whatever you want to call them. And then look at this one. How gorgeous is that with a bunny rabbit on, or hare? It's a hare. But then look, then we can go to Christmas. If you're posting your cards, this is a great size of, you know, to be cost effective if you are posting them out as well. So do have a look, but that's just using it as the mats and layers. You've got all these incredible cards now that you can see, and they're all different. There's not one that is the same. Oops. And it's giving you so many points of difference and design and creativity with all of them. So just have a look at those so you can see how beautiful that is. But you are going to need your collection. And if you have just tuned in, where have you been? You're missing the Clean and Simple launch this month. And bear in mind, this is the last Clean and Simple launch before Christmas. So just bear in mind that this now could be your Christmas present to you. You might just think, do you know what? I brought for everybody else. This is my gift to me. Perhaps you didn't get an advent calendar. Perhaps, you know, you didn't have any chocolates yet. This could be your gift, and I'm not being funny. This is calorie free. You are going to make incredible cards. You can make and sell with it. So I would definitely say pop over to the website and claim yours. Make sure you've got yours there. We will be back at 1 o'clock with the team. We're just going to go and have a little drink and a little sandwich, and we will be straight back. But check out yours now while you can.